Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where I'm tracking my journey to become an Ironman. So, this week, it's going to be about technique, because there's got to be a way to optimize my movements, to make everything I'm doing easier, to make my running more efficient with less impact on my ankles and knees, to make my cycling more efficient through movement of hips, position, everything. Has to be an easier way. Whew. So, same as before, didn't know what to do. So, what did we do? You know what we did? Jumped straight online, did a bit of research. Let's see what we found. So, swimming, compound movement, in the water, pulling with the arms, hands in first. There wouldn't be a dog there, probably, but the basic idea is to go into the water, hand first, pull back down, out the back. And whilst we're doing that, the other one's going in, down and back, and then it's just a cycle for 2.5 miles. Now, along with pulling, with your arms in the swimming pool or in the lake or in the river or in the ocean or wherever you're swimming, you got a kick as well. But at the end of my swim is a 112-mile cycle and then a full marathon after that. So I want to be kicking slower, same motion, but with balance. On top of training in the water, where swimming is done, we have this thing. This thing is incredible for building strength in my back, right down the center, right there. Incredible for shoulder strength and mobility, warming up. This thing is a game changer. So, in an over-animated world, this is how my foot should look in a press. So push down and then pull back and then pull up again, and then push down and then pull back and then pull up again. So somehow I need to force myself to get in the habit of doing this on both this bike and the outdoor. So yeah, this and now I've relaxed, I've gone straight back to doing it wrong. So we've got some work to do, folks. Some work to do. I'm sure some of you are thinking, why is he on an indoor bike when the cycle is clearly outside? Okay, I do maybe 10% of my training on the bike, on this bike here, on the indoor. I mainly use this one for when it's either mad weather outside, because, well, safety for one. Actually, it's just safety really. But also, it makes recording videos about the bike and technique on the bike, for example, way easier. So, solid investment. 2, solid bloody investment. So yeah, there you go. On the top half of the body, obviously our arms, in most people's cases anyway. Don't know if I should say that, but anyway. So, top half of the body, in my case, arms. Now, on the outdoor bike, we have the tri bars, so I effectively can ride whilst resting like this, which makes my life much easier. Firstly, I've got to shift the gut, I've got to shift the weight, because, well, my legs bang into my tummy when I'm like this, and it's a little bit uncomfortable. But in the long run, it's better for the core, it's more comfortable for the hips, and you're able to push more power through your legs for a better time on the cycle, which is what we're working towards anyway. So, something we just have to get used to. But I tell you, balancing, changing gear and such on the tri bars seems unnecessarily difficult. So I might just have to practice more and more and more and more on that until we perfect it. And that is in essence everything to know about the technique on the bike. Okay, as for the last and final event, running, turns out skipping is super beneficial to the run because it builds your resistance in your ankles, your bounce strength. It's really good for cardio, and as it turns out, it's a lot of fun. In case you hadn't noticed, training for an Ironman requires you to run. So that's what we're doing right now. Trying to master the technique of foot placement and not watching where my feet are. Because I have the bad habit of running like this. And I'll run into things. And we don't want that. On basic principle, I thought you bounce off your toes. You run like this. That's wrong. That's how you hurt your Achilles. And also you get really bad shin splints. Okay? The flip side of that, the other extreme, is bouncing too much on with the heel. That's how you really hurt your shins, like I'm doing right now. So I'm going to stop doing that. You have to go somewhere in between with a sort of flat landing, firm and flat, firm and flat. To everyone who's got this far, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments. I really appreciate the support. Let's get this. I'll see you in another week. Does anyone else finding running in the cold unnecessarily difficult? Whew. Anyway, in a week.